Harvest Moon: The Tale of Two Towns, The Trial.
Dum da da da! It's me, the amazing Harvest Goddess. Hello to everyone out there in Radio Play listening to Land. Our story begins early one morning at Bluebell Farm.
Now who could that be? Good morning, Bluebell Farm.
Hi, Phillip, it's Lillian.
Oh, good morning, Lillian. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering if you were ready for the cooking contest. Are you taking part yourself?
You bet I am! But only if you are ready for a thrashing.
Yep, I am ready to thrash you, all right.
Oh, yeah? How much do you bet?
Stop. The last thing I need is for you two to start fighting over money. You're supposed to be getting the mayors to get along, not falling out over your own idiotic stuff. Besides, gambling in a Harvest Moon game might cost us our A rating.
What if the loser just makes lunch for the winner?
That's better, but loser's such a harsh word. Let's just say, whoever doesn't win.
Okay. So the person who doesn't win makes lunch for the person who does win.
Sounds good to me. See you at the contest. Wait, do I really want a second-place chef to cook my lunch?
Later that day, on the mountaintop, two armies were preparing to do battle. And by do battle, I mean having a cooking contest.
Still sleepy, Rutger? Better go take a nap, old man.
For your information, Ina, you ridiculous fool, I was up at the crack of dawn getting ready to annihilate you in this week's cooking competition. But what did you know about getting up early? Lazy curry-eaters like you always sleep until midday.
At least I don't need to go to the bathroom every few minutes because of that disgusting white slime you call milk.
How dare you! Bluebell milk lasts longer than any other kind of milk in the world.
Yeah, because nobody wants to drink it.
You...
Of course. One thing I'll say about Bluebell milk is that when it goes bad, it tastes exactly the same as when it's fresh.
How would you know? Your taste buds don't even work. You've burned them out with 30 years of non-stop curries.
At least I can actually stomach spicy foods, you old fart.
Why the does everyone keep calling me a you old fart?
Because we censor your swearing with farting noises, of course.
Mr. Rutger, shouldn't we be announcing the judge instead of trash talking?
Very well. Introducing our very special guest judge.
The world-famous Gourmet Pierre.
Hello! Roaringly good to see you all today. Now this week's theme is dessert. So let's have a look at Bluebell's entries first. Team Captain, show me to your table.
Oh, yes, of course. This strawberry shortcake was made by Laney from Howard's Cafe.
Oh, divine.
And here we have a chocolate pudding I made myself.
Not bad.
And here we have... Oh, wait a minute. I don't recognize this cake.
I think I might have seen it somewhere before. Let me have a taste. Reasonably soft texture. Subpar chocolate icing. Aha! I recognize this baking style anywhere. It's from a supermarket. How dare you submit a cake you bought from a supermarket, you cheating rotter!
Rutger, you jerk. I can't believe you'd stoop that low.
I did no such thing.
Because of this caddish behavior, Bluebell is officially disqualified.
But...
Say it ain't so, Rutger. Say it ain't so.
It ain't. I mean, it isn't so.
Well, since Bluebell has been disqualified, that means that by default, this week's winner is...
Hold it! How do you know that the cake was submitted by one of the Bluebell cooks? How do you know it wasn't someone from Team Konohana trying to frame us?
Frame you. Don't make me laugh. Our cooking team is the best in the region. Why would we waste our time making you look like an even bigger fool than you are?
All right, then. We'll compromise. We'll postpone the cooking competition until tomorrow morning. The competition will take the format of a live cooking demonstration by a team of 2.
In that case, I will be one of the participants. I will show you that I have nothing to hide.
And I'll represent Konohana. This is an affair of honor.
Oh, a duel! How splendid!
Later that day, Phillip went around Bluebell asking if anyone knew anything about the mystery ringer cake.
Hi, Laney. Do you remember at the contest?
Phillip, isn't there something you'd like to say to me?
What? Well, I have been meaning to tell you that, you know that bun in your hair? It looks like a giant meatball, but... I was just making a Sailor Moon reference. It was nothing for her to get mad about.
With a stinging cheek, our clueless, insensitive hero went next door.
Hey, Georgia, you know, at the contest, is something wrong? Oh, wait. Is she still mad about that note I found? Oh, I better explain. Oh, looks like she was in the toilet when I knocked. Better tell her to cover herself up.
Don't you have anything to say to me?
Yeah, your fly's open. Cute panties, by the way.
So, oh Master Detective, what have you learned from this experience?
By this point, the only thing I've learned is why they call a detective a dick.
Good evening, listeners. Our story continues at Konohana Town Hall, where Mayor Ina discusses her battle plan with young farmer Lillian.
Now, you and I will have to cook something really good. I will need the best vegetables you have.
Sure. I'll harvest a fresh new batch tomorrow. Are you sure you want me to be your partner tomorrow?
Of course. You are the cooking team captain, after all.
Captain?
We beat us in the sausages. I'm a hit for our cat.
Then let's head to the shore and pillage some real grub, you scurvy dog. Weigh the anchor! Hoist the mainsail! Raise the flag! And could you make us go that way? Yes, ma'am. Do I get the hat?
As long as you mean a chef's cap and not a pirate hat, then yes.
Can I at least sew skull and crossbones onto it?
You can sew the first few pages of Romance of the Three Kingdoms if you like, just as long as you're on top of your game tomorrow. I can't wait to see that cheating gasbag's face when we pulverize him.
You know, I'm still not sure it was Rutger who switched the cake. It doesn't seem like the sort of thing he'd do.
Don't tell me you're taking his side.
I'm not. It's just that... Do you really think that a man with that much pride would stoop to something like that?
Well, you have a point, but... I don't know, Lillian. I just don't know.
What's that sound? A fire?
No, it just means the 3 minutes are up and our noodles are ready to eat. Now, take your pick. Fork or chopsticks?
Thank you for the food!
And now we take a journey to the west to the Bluebell Town Hall, where Rutger, Mayor, Innkeeper, and all-around pompous idiot is eagerly awaiting a delivery.
Ah, Phillip, there you are. Did you bring the ingredients?
Yes, sir. I brought along all the ingredients for the cooking contest tomorrow.
Well, it all seems to be in order. Now on to other matters. Did you find anything out during your investigation?
No. Nobody saw any of the Konohana villagers near our table. At least the villagers who were still talking to me.
Not talking to you? Has someone given you the cold shoulder?
Yeah. Alyssa, Georgia, and Laney are all mad at me because they saw me holding this note after the contest.
See you when you get back. Love, Nat. Who in the blazes is Nat?
I have no idea. But the girls are all mad at me because they think I've been seeing someone behind their backs.
Oh, I see. You've been playing around with those poor girls' hearts, haven't you?
Of course not. Well, not on purpose.
You know you have to pick one girl and stick with her.
I know. It's not like I'm going steady with any of them. But I just can't decide which one to commit to.
Well, you better decide soon. I can't say that I'm keen to have the Bluebeard of Bluebell representing the town tomorrow.
Sorry.
Anyway, did you bring that special gold-labeled cheese that I asked you for?
Yep, it's right here.
It looks absolutely delicious. I've been looking forward to having a little toasted cheese supper with the wife.
I see. Well, you'd better be careful that you don't have nightmares.
Oh, pish-posh. Don't tell me you actually believe that old wives' tale.
That night, Rutger dreamt that he was a marshmallow being hunted by spear-wielding cocoa mugs. Well, Phillip did warn him. After Lillian's supper with Mayor Ina, she headed back to the farm from a nightcap before bed. She made herself a hot chocolate with double cream, dropped in a few dozen marshmallows, sprayed on some whipped cream, and sprinkled on some...
Whoa, time out! You're making the audience think I'm some kind of glutton.
Well, you do order a third of the menu whenever you drop by the tea house.
There's only 3 items on the menu. It's impossible to order anything else. Hello, this is Konohana Farm. How can I help you?
Hi, Lillian, it's Phillip.
Hi, Phillip. How's your stint as a detective going?
Slow. Nobody in Bluebell knows anything about it. Anything suspicious in Konohana?
Nope. Everybody's convinced that it was somebody from Bluebell.
This isn't good. Instead of stopping the conflict between the two towns, it's just gotten worse. Every so often we switch towns to build relationships between the villages so that we can unblock the tunnel between them that the harvest goddess blocked up. But...
Wait a minute. I know about how we switched farms.
Oh, I wasn't telling you. I was telling our listeners.
Oh, those guys? Hi out there. But you're right, Phillip. We can't switch farms with the conflict this bad. And I was really looking forward to it, too.
You only want to come here to chase guys.
You're one to talk. Whenever you come over to Konohana, you always skip right to the skirt chasing.
Oh, speaking of skirts, Lillian, do you know anyone called Nat?
Nope. Never met anyone called Nat. Why?
This weird note I found. It's from someone called Nat.
Are you sure it isn't Nori? You know, with the O and the R close enough to look like an A, and the I looking like an uppercase T?
I'm positive. I actually asked Nori right after the contest if the note was from her. But she got mad and was all like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you today. What do you want?"
And what did you say to that?
My face on the $1 bill.
Why would you want your face on the dollar bill?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny and would cheer her up.
Did it work?
I don't know. She turned away and walked home before I could check.
Well, anyway, I guess all we can do is try to be good sports tomorrow, no matter who wins or loses.
After an uncomfortable night, the cooking equipment was all set up and the combatants scaled the mountain.
Now, as the two mayors have said several times already, this week I will set a dish for a team of 2 to prepare. This week, since both mayors have farmers as their sidekicks, I will set the challenge of making a farmer's breakfast.
Farmer's breakfast? Isn't that a little stereotyping?
Yeah, just because we're farmers doesn't mean we only ever eat cheese and potatoes and onions. We like other stuff too, like burgers and curry, pies.
Spaghetti, pizza, risotto, ice cream, strawberry shortcake.
With vanilla frosting!
Desist. You're making me hungry. Now, according to the list of how not to make a computer game adaptation, you don't include game mechanics unless it's a deliberate parody. So instead of following the game's recipe, we're going to follow the more realistic variant and make a farmhouse supper.
Pierre went to his table in the middle. The mayors and their captains went to the tables, and the contest began.
First of all, we slice our potatoes into neat little cubes. Now, we take our egg.
Lillian, where's the egg?
I didn't know we needed an egg.
I've never used one for a farmhouse supper before.
Damn it. If we don't have an egg, then we could lose points.
Well, I haven't collected the eggs yet for my chicken, but I could go back to my farm and get one.
Good thinking, Lillian. You go do that.
You got it.
And run all the way.
Lillian ran all the way to her farm, got an egg, and was making her way back to the mountain when all of a sudden the wind changed.
Ha! Nice try, wind. But I wear full-length pants under this skirt. No panty shop for you.
Not that anyone would be around to enjoy the view anyway, this being an audio-only thing and all.
What's this?
The wind had blown a small note towards Lillian. Curiosity taking over, she picked it up.
I didn't have time to make a dessert for you this week, so I just bought one from the store. Then it was someone from Bluebell. I can't believe it. What should I do? If I show this to anyone, it'll just make the fighting worse, but if I don't tell anyone, I guess I better go back to the contest. Hello?
Run all the way!
Back on the mountaintop, the two mares were being their usual, mature, diplomatic selves.
Gasbag.
Dragon breath.
Walrus.
Shrew.
That's enough! Really? All this fuss over a silly little girl going for a short break?
They should have brought all the ingredients. They're simply stalling and should be disqualified.
That's just because you don't want to admit that you cheated.
You're the one who cheated.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Yeah, this kind of goes on for another 5 minutes while we wait for Lillian to get back.
No, you.
Could we cut to a commercial break?
Sounds
you.
good to me.
You.
Are you bored with trains running on time? At Wild the driver shot a delicious Jerk-Ass James vodka. It's filtered 5 times to get rid of any impurities. Best of all, when the train crashes, it's the locomotive that takes all of the blame. Jerk-Ass James vodka, filtered 5 times for extra confusion and delay.
Lillian eventually came back and the contest continued.
Do you have the egg?
Well, yes.
Good. Now let's win this.
Should I tell her or shouldn't I?
Now, we take our egg.
He's going too fast!
Wait, I can't keep up.
Oh, shut up.
Ow! Did you see that? She deliberately assaulted me. Further proof that Aina is a cheat.
I threw that to get Pierre to slow down. Besides, if you hadn't swapped out your cake, we wouldn't be in this mess.
And now you insult everyone by lying.
Now listen, if we could just...
You've been lying through your back teeth ever since this whole mess started, you ignorant blowhard.
You despicable despot.
Oh, please, will you just...
You pig-headed dictator.
You wretched rapscallion.
Will you be quiet? I've had just about enough of this. I thought we'd resolve this like civilized people. But the only way to solve this problem is to hold a trial. We'll find out once and for all who the guilty party really is. And when I find them, their town will be banned from all further cooking contests.
So the kitchen equipment was moved aside and some really fancy-looking tables and chairs were brought in to resemble a courthouse. That is, a courthouse that was outside. On a mountaintop.
Court is now in session.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Good. Now, prosecutor, your opening statement, please.
On the afternoon of... Wait, what was the date yesterday? Anyway, yesterday afternoon, during the cooking contest, someone switched one of the Bluebell team's entries with the cake bought from a supermarket.
Does the defense have anything to say?
We plead innocent, Your Honor.
Lillian, your witness.
For my first witness, I would like to call Cam, the florist, from the Bluebell cooking team. Please state your name and occupation.
You already told everybody that my name is Cam, and that I'm a florist. Why do you want me to repeat it?
I am not in the mood for any of your lip. Just answer the questions.
Okay. My name's Cam. I'm a florist in Bluebell Village. And I'm also a member of the Bluebell cooking team this week.
Splendid! Right. Miss Prosecutor, you may cross-examine the witness.
Oh, I'll cross-examine him, all right.
Is it me, or does Lillian seem particularly vicious at this moment?
You're right, Mr. Rutger. She looks really cheesed off. Did something bad happen to her on the way back here?
Now, Cam, you were supposed to prepare a dessert to submit for the cooking competition yesterday, were you not?
I did.
Good. Now tell this court who the 2 squad members were.
Squad members? Is that supposed to be some kind of video game reference?
Give me a name or I'll cut your off and sell them to a Krogan!
What's a Krogan? Anyway, the other 2 cooks representing Bluebell were Phillip, who was the captain, and Laney from the cafe.
Then the one who submitted the store-brand cake is you!
What?
You'd better have something to back that up with.
Oh, I do. I have here a note that I found on the way back here. It reads, I didn't have time to make a dessert for you this week, so I just bought one from the store. Phillip and Laney's entries were accounted for, which leaves you.
Aha. So it was the florist all along.
You can say my name, you know. It's only 1 syllable.
So at last, we have found the culprit.
Hold it! That note, is it signed?
Well, no.
Then it could have been written by anyone.
Besides, I only work from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 4 days a week. I had plenty of time to bake a cake for the contest.
And on top of that, Cam lives in a cafe. If he was going to just buy one, he could have got one from there. Why would he go all the way to a supermarket for a ringer?
Nice to know I have your complete confidence.
Oh, come on. Bluebell are just clutching at straws.
I'd like to clutch at your throat. Our point stands that anyone could have written that note. It was likely a member of the Konohana cooking team.
Well, that's a good argument. All right, Mr. Rutger. Your turn to call a witness and ask the questions.
The defense calls one of the Konohana cooking team to the stand. We'll call up that polite girl. Phillip, what was her name? The girl who dresses in pink and works at the seed shop.
That would be Nori.
I believe we have our culprit. Bluebell calls Nori to the stand.
Rutger, have you gone mad? Nori is one of the most honest, kind-hearted, and helpful people in the whole town. She's not the sort of person who'd cheat to win a lousy cooking contest.
Lousy?
Ha! My experience as an Agatha Christie armchair detective has taught me that it's always the one you least suspect. Besides which, there is evidence of a motive that has nothing to do with winning the contest. Look at this.
Hey, what? Get your hand out of my pocket!
This note Phillip had yesterday is motive enough. Phillip is apparently quite a heartthrob in these parts and is popular with many of the local girls.
Don't tell the whole world about that!
You shut up. He also tends to enjoy visiting Konohana and often makes chit-chat with the ladies over there. Including...
Rutger, before you make a complete ass of yourself...
No, don't defend him. He is, after all, the Bluebeard of Bluebell, an enemy of all women.
You do know I'm supposed to be on your side, right?
You, Miss Nori, are one of the poor young ladies whose hearts have been played with by this clueless Romeo. So you switched the cakes as an act of petty revenge.
Let me see that note. See you when you get back. Love, Nat. You cad! You bounder! You chicken-hugging pest!
What?
I recognize this handwriting. This note is from my friend Natalie on Sunny Island. Well, so you've been dashing off to the Sunshine Isles to seduce those poor girls as well?
I'd never even been to Sunny Island!
So you're the liar. as well as a philanderer. I've seen enough. All the available evidence points to Bluebell being a bunch of big, cheating fraud. I was actually planning to be lenient if the guilty party confessed to their crimes. I genuinely thought that the guilty party had at least some decency in them. They sneaked a letter of apology into my traveling bag. But then again, if they were too cowardly to sign it, then it's no surprise they would be too yellow-bellied to reveal themselves. Someone left me this note. It reads, "Dear Pierre, I'm sorry." So, someone is trying to confess.
The shape of that paper!
That handwriting.
So, by the power vested in me as judge, I hereby announce that Bluebell is permanently...
Hold it!
What?
Look at the shape of the note you're holding, Pierre. The way it's been cut. Doesn't it look like it would fit perfectly with this note that I have?
Oh my goodness, it does. It must have been under the cake when I was cutting a slice to taste.
That's right. You made 2 cuts with the knife. So the note was split into 3 parts.
Yeah. Power, wisdom, and courage.
Here, Lillian, catch!
Got it. Now, if I can just figure out how to put it back together.
I say, this reminds me of a puzzle.
Let's see if this is right. A true Leighton fan leaves no puzzle unsolved. So the complete message reads, Dear Pierre, I'm sorry I didn't have time to make a dessert for you this week, so I just bought one from the store. See you when you get back. Love, Nat.
Aha! So that's what happened. The cake Natalie bought for me just got mixed up with Team Bluebell's. What a laugh! Just like the sort of farce seen in a children's book.
He's laughing it off. After everything he put us through.
Oh, what a silly ass I am. Anna is satisfied. So, we're all best of friends as we ever were.
Objection! As cooking team captain, I am not taking this lying down. Bluebell was made to look like a bunch of cheaters, when the one who actually committed the crime is you! No alibi, no justice, no dream, no hope! It's time for you to pay for your crimes.
No, put that dish down.
Put it down, put it down, put it down!
Take that!
You blithering idiot.
You dare challenge me to a food fight? Very well. Your fate was sealed the moment you picked up that dish. But enough talk. Have at you!
Take cover, take cover!
Keep your head down.
Now see what you Dairytown idiots done.
Shut up and keep your head down. Oh.
Let's just see you make me.
You'll pay for that.
And so what started out as a dignified cooking contest escalated into an all-out food fight. Think of it as the Battle of Badon Hill, just with cream pies. Hours later, the crossfire stopped, the flag of surrender was raised, and the 2 armies returned to their villages. At Konohana Town Hall.
Ah, Ayame. I've been waiting for you, Doctor. How is everyone?
Kind of a mixed bag. Gambi pulled a muscle from throwing so much food, but he says it was worth it. Maku got some debris under his eye patch, so I have to check if anything went in his eye. Also, my lab coat got covered in ice cream from one of those pies that got thrown.
Well, we've had worse days. I'll reimburse you for the dry cleaning. That's all, Doctor. You may leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, it wasn't how I would have liked to do it, but we really trashed Bluebell this week.
Definitely! That food fight was so much fun. We literally creamed them.
Glad you're still in high spirits. You can go and rest now while we get ready for next week's contest.
Over at Bluebell Town Hall, things weren't quite as peachy.
I wouldn't have thought it possible for one man, to create such utter chaos.
I know, sir. I just couldn't help myself.
On the contrary, according to the women around here, you're always helping yourself.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry isn't good enough, Phillip. What you did was not only humiliating, but it caused the trial to turn into an all-out food fight. That Konohana won!
I know. And I'm ready to accept the consequences.
Good. I'll get back to you once I've read through this book of medieval torture methods and have decided the best disciplinary action to take.
That night, 2 tired farmers made their way to the top of the mountain, meeting at the sacred spring.
I've got the strawberries. Do you have the cream?
Right here. Do you want to do the honors?
My pleasure. Strawberry, I choose you.
Dum da da da! It's me, the stupendous harvest goddess. Strawberries, my favorite. These look so good, it almost makes me forget about that riot earlier.
I apologize for that. It was all my fault. I shouldn't have flown off the handle like that.
Well, it was kind of because of a communication error. Pierre was kind of right about you being a womanizer, though. Even if you are kind of clueless as when girls like you.
I don't do it on purpose.
Don't worry, Phillip. I know you're not a pervert, but you are a bit of a screw-up. Now come, sit with me.
Well, Phillip, did you bring the food?
Sure did. You won this week, so I threw this together once Rutger was finished chewing me out. I don't mind yelling so much, but I just wish I didn't spit so much.
Wow, this spread looks so good.
I like to think so. Maybe I'll be in with a chance next week, provided Rutger hasn't kicked me off the team.
Good point. I'm glad Konohana won this week and all, but when I think about it, the fighting is nowhere near stopping.
Well, not exactly. But didn't the villagers have a good time throwing food at each other?
Well, yes.
And didn't the animals enjoy eating all the food that was left on the ground?
That's right, they did.
And then I'd say everyone built up a few extra friendship points today. Keep moving forward, and someday you'll have healed the tension between the villages enough to unblock the tunnel between them and fix the mess I left the 2 towns in. Now, send a couple more strawberries over here.
Harvest Moon: The Tale of 2 Towns, The Trial, featured the voice talents of Alice Yanasagi as the Harvest Goddess and Georgia, DMMan as Phillip, Mikki as Lillian, Michael Wolf as Rutger, Cherelle-Renée as Ina, Shawn West as Pierre, Zachary Shulfer as Cam, Karen as Laney and Ayame, and additional voices by Trurotaketwo. It was written and edited by Trurotaketwo. It featured sound effects from freeFX.co.uk, sounddogs.com, The Sound Resource, and Court Records. The music and sound effects from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series are copyright to Capcom. The music from the Professor Layton series is copyright to Level 5. The music from the Fire Emblem series is copyright to Nintendo and Intelligent Systems. The music from Pokemon is copyrighted to Nintendo and Game Freak. Harvest Moon and all characters appearing in this production are copyrighted to Natsume. Bokuju Monogatari and Story of Seasons is copyright to Marvelous Entertainment.